changer for the entire media industry, with so many highly anticipated projects lined up and studios feeling the weight of not screwing up. Major players in tech, gaming, and movies are gearing up for a face-off, with their competition expected to reach a fever pitch next year. Yet behind all the buzz and big expectations, one franchise is quietly making a comeback. Predator is making its move after a surprisingly successful soft reboot in 2022 with Prey, directed by Dan Trachtenberg. Let's be real, nobody was expecting much after the flop of 2018's Predator, but Dan skipped the chatter and delivered a film that quickly became one of Hulu's most liked exclusives. Prey earned praise for many things, especially its unique setting, which perfectly matched the story and gave the franchise a fresh twist. It was a classic Predator storyline, but the Comanche tribe setting and the Great Plains backdrop became the movie's signature. Following this success, 20th Century Studios didn't waste any time and immediately tapped Dan Trachtenberg to direct the sequel. But it wasn't just a sequel to Prey that got announced. Out of nowhere, another Predator movie titled Badlands was also revealed. Dan Trachtenberg is back in the director's chair, with his writing partner Patrick Asen handling the script after they both nailed it with Prey, even scoring Emmy nominations. Badlands is set to hit theaters before Prey 2, with Elle Fanning announced as the lead. Yeah, the main character will be a woman, likely taking down a predator, which might ruffle some feathers among fans who see the franchise as a bastion of masculinity action since the days of Arnold Schwarzenegger. But let's hold off on judgment until the film drops. Details about Elle's character are still under wraps, but the quick casting suggests production is set to kick off this year, aiming for a premiere in the third quarter of 2025. Unlike Prey, Badlands will be a full theatrical release, hinting at a bigger budget and more expansive action scenes. Badlands is set in South Dakota, opening the door for a ton of Easter eggs and references. But unlike Prey 2, it isn't a sequel and has no ties to Prey whatsoever. Yeah, maybe some characters might stumble upon villages or tribal cave paintings left by the Comanche, serving as warnings of past predator encounters. Just like Prey took place in the 16th century, Badlands will also have its own unique time and place. While Prey went way back to the franchise's roots, Badlands is jumping into the near future. Expect a dystopian or post-apocalyptic setting, packed with advanced tech but loaded with challenges. Some insiders are buzzing that Theta Berwick, a character from the Predator comics, will make an appearance. It's still up in the air whether she'll be a lead or just a side character, but honestly, that's not the real story here. What's juicier is that Theta Berwick's storyline kicks off in 2041. After predators killed her parents, her life took a brutal turn. Fueled by revenge, she spent the next 15 years hunting predators, crafting her own armor from their carcasses, and even building a trophy room filled with biomasks. So if the rumors are true, the setting for Badlands will dive into a near-future scenario, making it a completely different genre from Prey. Maybe the studio is aiming for a sci-fi blockbuster with an R rating, hoping to rake in as much cash as possible. You can't really fault the studio bosses for that. What matters most is delivering a killer story. Both Badlands and Prey 2 will be litmus tests for Disney's grand plan to reinvent the Predator franchise, potentially marking a major turning point. Dan Trachtenberg isn't just directing, he's basically the architect of this new Predator cinematic universe. While he hasn't spilled much about the upcoming movies, his vision is clear. Each film should stand on its own, telling a full story without being weighed down by sequels. And honestly, that sounds like the right move. The franchise has a treasure trove of untapped material, from the origins of the Predators to their societal structure, technology, and warrior culture. By diving into these aspects, the films can paint a more layered picture of the Predators, moving beyond their role as mere alien hunters. Exploring different timelines and settings opens the door to a range of new stories. Imagine a Predator movie set in a distant future or even another galaxy. That could totally flip the script. Or like Prey, another historical setting could show how different cultures and civilizations on Earth have dealt with predators throughout history. Picture the adrenaline rush of a predator stalking warriors in ancient Greece, lurking in the shadows during the Cold War, or wreaking havoc in the Viking era. Each movie could explore a different era and location, keeping audiences hooked with every new twist. The thrill of seeing Greeks take on extraterrestrial predators, or diving into a cyberpunk future where the stakes are even higher. There's so much untapped potential for Dan Trachtenberg to explore. His work on The Boys and Stranger Things could bring a fresh edge to the Predator franchise, which is finally gearing up to leave a lasting impact. Stay tuned.